NBC, nuclear, biological, and chemical defense and protection systems vary greatly around the country and around the world for that matter. Again, as we pointed out earlier, we have the Israeli civil defense mask. Another mask system that's become available are the M10M, the MB series, many other European type of gas masks. In this case, one of the earlier models with a small eyelet. However, these masks were still in service and are still in service with many countries in the Eastern Bloc and in other parts of the world. As we have pointed out in previous instructions with regard to NBC, and as I would like to make sure that you understand, if you are in need of children's or young adult gas masks, this may be the best solution for obvious reasons, because again they're offered in a wide range of sizes. Sizes, you say? Yes, gas masks are offered in sizes. There are children's size masks for the Israeli civil defense masks that are available, but they're rarer than the conventional mask. And there are larger masks made for adults, because obviously people have different size heads. Well, the Russians in the Eastern European bloc specifically size their masks. Now there are two locations. On the NATO mask and American mask, you will find the change in size, or the actual nomenclature, right in the middle of the forehead. You'll see an M, an L, or other nomenclature to identify the type of mask. In this case, with the Warsaw Pact or Russian systems, you will notice that on the cheek of the mask there is a circle. Inside that circle there is a number. That number determines the size of the mask, 0 being the smallest, 5 being the largest, and there is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in increment. 0 being very small, or this being a size 1 mask, are ideally suited for young adults, children, small women. We can go down to size 0, which will actually fit probably down into the 3-year-old range without any problem. The advantage, these masks allow for you to accommodate all of your personnel. 100% coverage is critical. Now, there are other types of filters that are out there. As we pointed out here, we see a completely sealed with ring intact and with seal intact NATO filter. We're also witnessing a larger, what we call canister or tank filter system. There are two of them here. And these particular filters were made, of course, by the Russians and East Germans to service their mask systems to provide a longer period of protection. You'll notice the size of the canister. Well, double the material, double the durability in the field, and of course these are multi-tiered wafered filtering systems. They have a little deeper rating. Now typically these work with a hose, and the bag specifically, you have to pay attention when you're purchasing these. You want to make sure that the bag that comes with it has the filtering intake system for the base of the filter, which is here, so that it rests in the bag and then it is fixed to a hose, or from a hose from this tank to the gas mask itself. Again, pay attention. Look at the base of this bag. Pay attention to the size of the mask. Know that the filter has to be inserted into the gas mask bag itself. These systems are readily available in a number of sizes. We are going to make a series of the Bulgarian and Romanian masks available very shortly. You will find out more about that in future presentations, but again, this system is very desirable, very straightforward. Another advantage, these filtering systems can be utilized with their hoses on most of the NATO systems that are out there and available. What does this mean? Inexpensive filters readily available that offer a longer duration and protection for the standard masks. These are utilized by many militia units, mounted into the roofs of pickup trucks, etc., along with the hoses, which can be stacked 1, 2, and 3 hoses in length, allowing for the gas mask to be in place, ready to go for the driver or any occupant of the vehicle. Another thing that should be noted about the Russian systems, the base of the filter, as you may see here in the image, is threaded the same with a female thread, the same as the male thread on the top. In reality, these filters can be stacked. Or, what can be done, a standard NATO filter can be used as a pre-filter for the Russian systems that are available or Eastern Bloc. Now what do you have? A multi-filtering system, and you don't load up your primary, you load up the secondary and dispose of it and replace it accordingly to continue to use the filter. Again, we're coming up with solutions, integrating the process. There are many different types of masks that are out there in service. These are inexpensive by comparison. The Russian system concept is once used, and if they are contaminated, they're to be thrown away. The advantage here is that we're able to disperse a large number for a fairly reasonable price. You again have to shop around the country to see what's available. And if you are concerned about the age or configuration of masks, I think I would remind you of one thing, as I've said many times on the air. Hold your breath, watch the clock, count to see how long you can hold it. If this mask will last as long or longer than a standard breath, then chances are it's worth the money. So I want to remind you again, the masks are available. There are a number of systems in place. These are inexpensive solutions to nuclear, biological, and chemical threat. And as always, we hope that we've answered a few questions. More to come.